If you build it, they will come. Andrea Vallance's own field of dreams began in Warrnambool. Life for the Becks family was centred around family, community, sport and volunteering. The family participated in fundraising for St Pius's Church and playing volleyball. If her family has a legacy, says Andrea, it is a strong focus on giving back to the community. At St Anne's, Andrea was a keen, engaged student who enjoyed school, and inspired by some motivating educators, she decided to become a teacher. Acquiring her Bachelor of Education in 1983, Andrea's first school was Lake Bolac College, where she taught woodwork and art. At the time, the teaching of woodwork was almost exclusively the domain of male teachers, but her teachers at St Anne's and Melbourne State College had instilled in her confidence and self-belief to break through the gender barrier, and she thrived in a community of educators. After Andrea met and married Bruce Vallance, she was teaching at Maryborough, and they farmed a piggery in Bendigo. When their pork markets changed, despite having no dairy experience, they leased a dairy farm in Nullawarre and joined a progressive dairy discussion group who mentored them. Andrea discovered that when people are proud of what they do, they are happy to share their knowledge. Andrea and Bruce purchased a dairy farm in Nearanda in 1995, and Andrea immersed herself in all aspects of the business, whilst they raised 3 strong independent children. The Vallances now milk 800 cows on a 286-hectare milking platform and are partners in 2 dairy equity partnerships. Since 2008, Andrea has volunteered with the Nullawarre Community Emergency Response Team. Members are trained as first responders and are equipped with an Ambulance Victoria vehicle. The team has responded to a range of incidents including car crashes, births, farm accidents, strokes and heart attacks. Also a Timboon Ambulance Community Officer, Andrea supports paramedics, attends incidents and drives ambulances to hospitals. It's incredibly humbling, says Andrea, to be able to provide moral and physical support to someone who is going through potentially the worst day of their life. In 2020, Andrea was honoured with a Community Heart Award, not only for her volunteering but for her work as the coordinator of the TAP Timboon Agriculture Project. Established in 2012, the TAP role requires blending her strengths as a teacher, team builder and agricultural advocate. The TAP has since evolved into an award-winning collaboration between Timboon P12 School and local community industries. The TAP was developed when the leadership of the school noticed a disconnect between the school and the community. Andrea and the team have since built a community of educators to inspire teachers, engage students and provide real-world, hands-on learning opportunities. In 10 years, over 566 people have helped educate students and provide PD to teachers. There is immense value in introducing students to a wide range of passionate people who are experts at what they do to provide real-world curriculum content while showcasing potential pathways and career opportunities. Andrea believes you can't be what you don't see. Annually, a celebration of the P12 cross-curriculum TAP learning takes place at TAP Zone, with students presenting their findings to their peers, parents, industry mentors, community and visiting educators. A recent expo focused on volunteerism, featuring the CFA, SCS, Ambulance Victoria and Port Campbell Surf Lifesaving Club to demonstrate stepping up and giving back to the community. The relevancy of the TAP curriculum was demonstrated after Year 5-6 students studied the fatal Ash Wednesday bushfires, and CFA members detailed how to prepare fire safety plans for families. When the St Patrick's Day fires struck 3 months later, students put their fire plans into practice and stayed calm during the evacuations. The TAP received recognition from the Victoria WorkSafe Awards, Resilient Australia Awards and were runners-up in the Victorian Teaching Excellence Awards. TAP learnings are shared with industry and educators at conferences, workshops and contributes to government and industry policy. James Merlino, former Deputy Premier and Education Minister, described the TAP as a best practice example of what can be achieved when you have strong partnership between schools, industry and community. Whilst wearing these 3 hats as a farmer, ambulance volunteer and educator, Andrea recognises farm safety as a priority, working with Dairy Australia and the Victorian Farmers Federation to provide resources and messaging to help keep farm families safe. Andrea is a chair of the Demo Dairy Foundation and serves on the Nurture, Food and Fibre Committee and the Neil Porter Legacy Industry Subcommittee. Andrea firmly believes that it is important to showcase and celebrate the myriad of opportunities and careers available to paddock to plate right across our dynamic food and fibre region to help keep communities vital and thriving.
Thank you. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate the Emmanuel Alumni team for this wonderful evening of inspiration and creativity, and commend my fellow 2023 Inspiring Alumni and Young Alumni inductees. I am honoured and very surprised with this recognition. I'm not a world-renowned scientist, doctor, humanitarian, international negotiator, nor magistrate, like my classmate Steve Lee, nor do I contribute on a world stage. It took a lot of convincing by my family and others for me to seriously consider this nomination. With no disrespect to the Alumni Nomination Committee, I wondered what they saw that I took for granted, and it made me reflect on what we've been able to accomplish while working in some wonderful teams. I realised that I was being a hypocrite, as I often ask people to step up and share their experiences and inspire others on a weekly basis. So it is a privilege and to be honoured for my contribution to help others achieve success, to have their light bulb moment, often feeling like a proud parent watching from the wings as they chase their dreams or pursue different options. I really like that Field of Dreams analogy. If you build it, they will come. My role has almost been like that of an engineer or as a conduit to help build teams, to enable people to consider options or to provide opportunities. I'd like to take this moment to thank those who've mentored or supported me to do the same. To Mum and Dad, John and Pat Becks, who provided us with a warm, loving home and gave us the confidence and support from Michael, Jace and I to grow and learn as our respective careers and interests evolved. You were wonderful role models as a loving, nurturing family partnership who stressed the importance to work hard to pursue our goals, but to be basically good people and give back to community. To the St Anne's community of educators like Sally Hughes, Lorraine Pickett, Judy Hanton, Terry McKeever, Del Clapp, Margaret Bastow, who inspired a love of learning and a desire to become a teacher. To the dairy and agricultural mentors, including discussion groups, consultants and industry people who've shared their knowledge and expertise with us over the years. You provided a safe place to grow where we could share both our mistakes and our successes with a shared goal to improve together. To the team at Ocean Road Pastoral, you are a pleasure to work with and take pride in what we do on a daily basis. I am very grateful to the members of the Nullawarre Cert and Tinder and ACO teams, especially our team leaders, paramedics, Chris Stewart and Andrew Berry. It's a privilege to be able to work with you in our community and feel real pride in the moral and physical support that our teams provide to people in our region. To the TAP leadership, Rosalie Moorfield, Sean Fitzpatrick, Chris Hibbert and Robert Vale, whose visionary leadership has created such an innovative community education partnership. Many ag community programs involve part of the coordinator's time allocation tending to animals, but the leadership created a model that allowed me to spend that time ruminating with teachers, creating engaging, relevant, hands-on curriculum prospects right across the P12 campus. I'm grateful for teachers like Anne Fraser, who's here tonight, who are creative and confident enough to invite the world outside their school gates into their classrooms to enrich students' understanding and an appreciation of life's experiences. It takes guts to stand up in front of a class to introduce something that you're not really au fait with, especially when students' BS meters are so finely tuned. Thanks to the teachers who've trusted our TAP partners to share their expertise and help achieve your curriculum outcomes while providing many memorable experiences. To our engaged and curious students, some who are now returning into the classroom as industry or community professionals, playing it forward by inspiring their younger peers. Thank you for so wholeheartedly undertaking tasks like blindfold taste testing, interviewing a journalist to write a news story, making award-winning camembert cheese, completing tough udder adventure courses so enthusiastically, and for working out what was in a cow's diet via reverse analysis. Think about that. I acknowledge our TAP champions, our community of educators, some of who are in the audience tonight. You are our own state library, and over 600 of you now have generously provided real life expertise and given real street cred to what we do in our classrooms. Working alongside inventive teachers, our presenters and hosts are the school's partners and are the very best investment we have in the success of the TAP model. The shared desire to have the students' learning experiences be as engaging as achievable and to provide access to future possibilities is invaluable. To our children, Geordie, Sam, Casey and their partners Tim, Chelsea, Will and baby Finn, thanks for your support of my endeavours and for working to find your own passion. To my husband Bruce, thanks for finding addresses at 2 a.m. when the pager goes off and I'm dashing out the door pulling on my boots as I go. Thanks for being my litmus paper, for listening, rolling your eyes and groaning when I ask for the 1000th time, what if, or how about, or who do you know who can? But then coming up with an absolute genius of an idea. I am very grateful for being your partner in life and business, and you've taught me a lot. To provide clarity for my thoughts, it was suggested that I give my acceptance speech a title. So it's Imagine the Impact That You Can Have. And like any good TED talk, I'll challenge you with 3 main points. Number 1, step up. Volunteer or contribute to something that's in your laneway or involves your interest or passion, whether it's as a surf lifesaver, a runner at the footy, a read to dog volunteer, wildlife carer, CFA or CERT member. It's rewarding to work in these teams. Almost selfishly, it feels wonderful to contribute to something that's bigger than you are, and you'll probably get back much more than you give. Number 2, you can't be what you don't see. Find or be a mentor. Learn from people you admire. Most people who are proud of what they do and are good at it are often very happy to share. Investigate a variety of career options to discover your purpose or passion and touch base with groups like the Neil Porter Legacy, Demo Dairy Foundation and form partnerships. My mum used to say, if you don't ask, you don't get. Number 3, aha moment. My TAP colleagues say I get this look on my face when I see that students or teachers get it. You can see that aha moment when you see people join the dots and begin to understand a concept or a potential opportunity. If you're not a teacher, be a teacher. Share your ideas and your knowledge. I'd like to challenge the educators amongst us to tap into, excuse the pun, the community of educators right outside our school gates to help make learning as real and relevant as possible. In closing, I'd like to invite you to this year's Taps On the 9th of November in Timboon and leave you with a quote from Ben Franklin. Tell me and I'll forget. Show me and I may remember. Involve me and I will learn. Thank you very much.